What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to your middle of the day market update. In general, I would say the most important thing to look at today is Bitcoin. And I think Bitcoin is still very much in kind of the same situation as this morning, right? So I will not tell you too much new against Bitcoin. I would say that if you look at Bitcoin over the course of today, it's been relatively weak. We got one pump about 2 hours ago, but apart from that, it's been struggling with holding the breakout here at 65,000, which is not a bullish sign. And if you look at the markets right now, what you will see is that the markets are very correlated. So if the markets are very correlated, what Bitcoin does matters. But we'll do a brief analysis on Bitcoin. I'll tell you which cryptos I think and which narratives to follow mostly today. And there's also some news that I'd like to start with, obviously, or at least if you don't know, the US stock markets are closed today, so I would expect a little bit less volatility perhaps today when the US session opens, which is probably when you're watching this video. Then it opens. Tomorrow we have some interesting, or at least important job data with the initial jobless claims and the continuing jobless claims. So that will affect the markets, but I'll still keep you updated on that tomorrow, so don't worry too much about that yet. Apart from that, today we got some more good news regarding Ethereum, that the SEC ends their probe into consensus, won't sue over Ethereum. So that's relatively positive. I mean, that tells you something about the whole stance of the SEC against Ethereum, but hopefully also crypto. So that's bullish, and what you saw is that Ethereum against Bitcoin became quite strong because of that. And I think in general, because we also saw some news today of the German government moving like $600 million in Bitcoin over the Bitcoin blockchain, which matters as well, all right? Because I think they deposited into centralized exchanges. So that obviously creates some sort of fear that they might sell it off. So in general today, I think that if we see a bounce throughout the markets, which is possible, all right, because yesterday, and then we already talked about this, we got a nice support here, and we actually got a bullish breakout right here as well. So we actually saw a bullish reclaim with a strong support. So it is possible that the markets turn bullish today, but I do think that if you want to focus on one of the main cryptos, so Bitcoin or Ethereum to bounce, I think Ethereum is the one to look at most. Ethereum actually looks relatively strong here. I mean, we've kind of formed a double bottom right here. I'm not sure if that's going to hold, but if we see some sort of bounce today, I think an Ethereum breakout above 3,600 would actually be a very bullish confirmation, and I would much rather buy Ethereum right now with the positive news, with the Ethereum ETF, than Bitcoin, which also has to do with that potential of Bitcoin being sold off with the German government, but also with Mt. Gox, for example. But still, I mean, most things are still correlated with Bitcoin. So to really see whether the market will bounce or not, I would look at Bitcoin. But if you want to trade Bitcoin or Ethereum, I would choose Ethereum. And there are some other cryptos you can actually focus on, which I'll talk about right now. First of all, with Bitcoin, the very easy way to look at it is like this. You have 65,000 and you have 65,000. Well, let's say, let's be a bit conservative. Let's say this is the area which we are currently in. So between 65,900 and 65,000. The best thing to do is to wait for one of those two levels to break. If we break back below 65,000, we clearly weren't strong enough to get that reclaim in the first place, and then it's most likely will drop down lower. And with a break, I mean a 4-hour time frame close. And if we're able to get some sort of a breakout above 65,600, 65,800, 900, then that's a really bullish sign, because then all of a sudden we have two bullish breakouts, we have a strong bottom, and then you can actually start to think about longing or buying altcoins. Well, which altcoins to focus on then? It's certain Ethereum beta coins, so that again has to do with that Ethereum strength, but also some AI coins are doing relatively well after they've been very bearish in the last weeks, of course. But no, if you look at this, you can see Fetch, Ajax, Ocean are very high up there, so they're performing well. That's AI coins, right? So Render also a little bit. And then you have coins like Pendle, LDO, and well, that's pretty much it right now. But that's very much my list, all right? So you can also see if you go to the gainers and losers, my list you can already see, and I was talking about this yesterday already, but Lido DAO is also doing relatively well. But LDO, ENS, Fetch, Pendle, Ajax, Arweave a little bit, Render, those are all Ethereum beta and AI coins, and those are reacting relatively well to the market right now. So I would focus on that. Personally, I've already bought Pendle at $5. That's up nicely. And if you look at some of the others, like Render, but also Fetch, they've dropped down a lot. So if we get some sort of a breakout here, I think we can see some sort of recovery. And then if you look at the Ethereum beta coin, so if you look at ENS and for example a Lido DAO, those have already rallied a lot. So they can rally higher as well, but they're a bit harder to move. But that's what I think you need to know for now. All right. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.